I just PRS'd my pants. Guys, look at my new Dark Magician shirt. Hey, you can just call me the Incredible Crunk. Put you back right there. Right into my nape. What if there's like a Disney Channel version of Final Destination? That was my devil's lettuce thought last night, and I thought it was a pretty good one. I'm gonna be real with you, buzzin'. Today's video is just an excuse for me to play my Gibson. I've been absolutely geeking on this guitar lately. But I really was taken aback when I got a Facebook memory notification earlier this week saying that 5 years ago was when I bought this guitar. Like, no, it wasn't. I just bought it the other day. I'm still in shock over the fact that I even own this thing. Like, what is going on with time? It's like Adam Sandler hit fast forward on his little click remote and then just forgot to turn it off. But yeah, I guess I've already owned my dream guitar for 5 years. That was fast. Time flies when you're having fun. What is up, you gonorific Gibson-loving ganglions? Den here. Hair tied back Den specifically. I can't do my hair in every video. Curl cream is expensive, and honestly, we're just not that close yet. And I like you guys, don't get me wrong, but like, you're not Sabrina Carpenter. You're not gonna always get the pleasure of seeing me in my Sunday best. And this is my 2021 Gibson Les Paul Standard 60s in Unburst. Her name is Lila. I named her after an otter that was a victim of gun violence. I have been playing this guitar so much lately. I go through phases of obsessing over certain kind of guitars. Well, certain kind of Les Pauls, let's be honest. And lately I have been going insano over Les Paul Standards, specifically ones with uncovered black pickups. Goodness gracious. I still think I'm gonna pop the covers off these pickups here pretty soon, but I am not quite yet ready. I gotta find my X-Acto knife, and delaying it is honestly just an excuse for me to make another video with this guitar. But before I keep yapping, you may have noticed that this video said it contains a paid promotion. And some of you may be thinking that Gibson has finally bought me out like I'm a member of Congress. But unfortunately, Gibson is not yet sponsoring their biggest fan that has never once said anything even remotely critical about them. However, that's okay because today's video is sponsored by Xvive. Am I saying that right? It's Xvive, right? It's not like Xvive or something? I don't know. But all of today's playing clips are gonna feature their P-58 wireless guitar pedal system. Xvive looked at all the wireless systems and tuning pedals available today, and then they turned around and said, why not both? So now you can wander about the stage or your room and stay in tune at the same time without sacrificing your tone. Or wherever else you guys play guitar. I don't know, you guys are kind of weird. The P-58 system includes the transmitter that plugs into your guitar or bass, and then there is the receiver tuning pedal combo. The P-58 system features crystal clear 24-bit 48 kilohertz audio with a very wide and smooth frequency response between 20 hertz and 20 kilohertz and a signal to noise ratio of 110 decibels. The receiver/tuner features a switch that lets you choose between true bypass or a buffered bypass mode. The receiver also integrates a precision 440 digital tuner. On top of showing you if you're in tune or not, it also shows you which signal you're using out of the potential 6, and it shows when the mute is engaged, which is very convenient. And if you ever need to, this has the option to just put another cable into it and plug it straight into your guitar, which a lot of other wireless systems can't do. What's cool is that their true diversity receiver scans the 6 channels available and will just automatically pick the strongest one. The system also chooses to go for the 5.8 gigahertz wireless band because it's less crowded than the 2.4 gigahertz one, which does a lot for helping your signal remain clean and solid. It also allows you to pick between whether you have active or passive pickups to optimize the sound in the best way possible. It comes with a 12-volt DC adapter, and the transmitter can be charged via USB-C, fully charged in about 2.5 hours and lasts for about 5, which is longer than a lot of you guys can say. Now below in the bio, I have put all kinds of different links to different places so you can get yourself one if you're interested, but if you want to also help out myself and this channel, then use my link to Zounds down there in the bio. And then when you get to Zounds, just type in Xvive P-58 into the search bar, and it'll pop up there. A big thank you to Xvive for sending this wireless system over and for helping support the channel. I hope you guys enjoy the playing clips and the rest of this video that feature the Xvive P-58 wireless system. Okay, I've got this little booger set up and connected to my audio interface. I got Reaper pulled up. I got my Gojira pulled up right here. I got my Leslie Paulson all plugged in with the wireless system. We are gonna press record. It is now recording. And now I am going to venture into the outdoors with this thing. This is like the farthest I can like stress test this thing, see if it works. Let me see if it still works. And it's still working. There's my camera, so let's get some clips out here. But yeah, like I said earlier, it's like everything is reminding me of back when I purchased this guitar. Even gas prices, because it was over $4 a gallon back then, just like it is now, thanks to Mr. No More Wars. And yeah, the more I think back about 5 years ago, the more I remember that year kind of sucked. Like obviously it sucked on a global scale because of the pandemic, like that was just awful. But that was also easily the largest I've ever been. I was a raging alcoholic. That was also the year I almost completely lost the BMX audience I had been building up for like 5 years at that point. Yeah, believe it or not, this actually used to be a BMX channel, but I had to take a little bit of a break because, you know, I had to recover from having surgery. And when I came back, no one was watching my BMX videos anymore. But the worst day of 2021 was when I absolutely annihilated my shoulder in a failed demonstration of my sheer unmatched speed. You guys may not know this about me, but I can actually run faster than the speed of light. I just don't show it off that much because the last time I did, Sonic, Barry Allen, and Usain Bolt all had to be put in therapy just because of how badly I smoked them. And I just felt really bad about that. Like, I thought it was just a friendly little race, but they took it pretty hard. But on this day 5 years ago, I wanted to see if I still had it. And boy, did I still have it. Turns out I had it so much that my old Vans slip-ons couldn't really handle it. And I started tripping all over myself going about Mach 3. I knew I was going down, but instead of using my face as my brakes, I decided to try to embrace my middle school parkour skills and try to barrel roll out of it. Tried being the key word there, because again, I was actively tripping all over myself. So when I jumped, I didn't really do it right. So instead of doing a picture perfect barrel roll, I landed directly right here, and I tore my collarbone clean off of my shoulder blade. After a fun few hours at urgent care and a nice little jab of Toradol right into my plump left butt cheek, I finally got to go home, and I thought my night of pain was over, and it was, until I woke up at 2 a.m. with the worst food poisoning of my life. Boy, that was a terrible night. My God. Now I'm sure about halfway through this lovely story, you're saying to yourself, why is he telling me this? I thought this was a guitar video. And that's because after that terrible experience, I think the universe felt bad for me, and it wanted to give me some good karma to offset all the bad karma that had been beating my brakes off. Because only a short couple weeks after that terrible, awful, no good, very ass day, I found myself finally becoming the owner of my dream guitar. Which brings us back to this golden goddess. And guys, this guitar is so goddamn cool. I was not expecting to own one this early in life, but I swear the universe really wanted to give me a win because everything lined up just so perfectly for me to buy this. But I had no idea I would get one of the greatest Les Pauls ever made. We are no stranger to criticizing Gibson around these parts, but I have always said when Gibson does it right, what they make is pretty damn special. And Lila's one of the special ones, my friends. When I first opened up the case, I was blown away at how much flame this guitar actually had. Because the flame was kind of hiding itself in the listing. Like, depending on what angle you look at this guitar, it can almost look like a plain top. The finish is that perfect golden yellow honey lemon burst. They chose to call it Unburst for some weird reason, but this is like the perfect Les Paul Standard color in my opinion. And it plays so good, guys. Like, yeah, obviously it can do the boomer bends and dad rock and all that fun stuff, but this guitar lives for playing metal. I honestly think that's all I filmed for today's video. Like, I wish I could downtune this thing lower, but I can't go too crazy with the tunings thanks to that short scale length. But that just forces me to be a little bit creative in trying to come up with heavier sounds when I'm constricted to only so many tunings that really aren't that low for today's standards. I've also been wanting to make more cover shorts again, because that's the only way you can monetize covers. So I did one yesterday of Battery, the greatest metal riff ever, and the riff that got me into playing guitar. Like, for those of you that don't know, that's why I play Battery in every single one of my videos. And I filmed one take vertically, and I filmed one take horizontally. And this is what they sound like together. Now, unfortunately, it hasn't always been sunshine and rim jobs with this guitar. A few years in, we had to perform a little minor surgery on this girl because an inlay had popped out. And that kind of pissed me off because this was the most expensive guitar that I have ever bought. And the only other guitar I own that also had a popped out inlay was my other Gibson. And for a while there, I was getting pretty damn sick of Gibson just turning into this weird big fart entity. And it was also right around the time I started really souring on mega corporations in general. And then my favorite brand that I've idolized since I was a kid just started acting more and more like a big stinky mega corporation. And it just really twisted my titties in the wrong way. Like every other week, you'd see a new article about Gibson embarrassing itself. And it was bugging me so much that I stopped playing this guitar. Because every time I saw the Gibson logo, I'd say, ew. It even got to a point to where I was seriously thinking about selling this guitar. I even told my neighbor who also plays guitar, I was like, I'm thinking about selling this if you maybe want to buy it. And he was like, that's dumb. But I mean, yeah, I'll buy it. But once I cleaned up this guitar and actually started playing it again, I was like, what was my dumbass thinking? This is one of those good Gibsons that brand has built its legacy on. Like, not all Gibsons are made like this one. I got so insanely lucky with this pull. This guitar is literally like one of those mythical real pulls, but just in reality. It is one of them ones, as the youth likes to say. I can't wait till this guitar looks like one of those old beat up bursts. It's gonna look so sick. Yeah, this thing's really cool. So yeah, this is what owning your dream guitar for 5 years does to a motherfucker. Yeah, ever since I got this guitar, I've just had this sudden urge to get more into dentistry and law. I look down on everybody that doesn't have a Gibson Les Paul. You guys are just peons to me. I will actively mock you for not having the money to buy a Gibson Les Paul because I now base my entire worth off the fact that I own a Gibson Les Paul Standard. And that just objectively makes me better than all of you. You know what I'm saying? No, you don't know what I'm saying because you're a normal person and you're not a Gibson elitist weirdo. That was my impression of one of them, by the way. Owning this guitar for 5 years did not turn me into that, because I think we've all got a friend like that, and I think we can all agree that they are just the worst person imaginable. But I think we are gonna start wrapping up the video right there. Thank you guys so much for watching, especially if you made it this far. I really hope you guys enjoyed. If you did, as always, make sure you leave a like, leave a comment, give me your thoughts and opinions. I love to hear what you guys have to say. If you own a Gibson, how long have you owned it for? And has your opinion of that guitar changed over time? I'm really curious. Share the video around. And if you regularly watch my videos and you haven't already subscribed, then you're never gonna find yourself a guitar as good as Lila here, because you don't deserve it, because you're a big mean fart ass. A big shout out and a thank you to The Horse Running, Solar Flare, Rob Heath, Jester MH, the Brandon Baker clone, Scott Toman, Big Tills, Corpse to Crazy, Ollie Gilbert, Mr. Cause, Robert Dalen, Mac No Cheese, K. Rampersad, John Evans, Bob Threaton, Scoots Magoots, David McCanich, DLA Rocket Dam, Walt Cooper, J Graphics, Lonnie JC, X-Man Supreme, Comic Busting, Black Garlic Jr. These honeys are my current channel members and their support really does mean a lot. If you want to join them, get a shout out in my longer videos, get access to the members only videos, and just help support this channel in a bigger way, then you can go down there, click the join button. Tiers start as low as 3 schmeckles. There is also the super thanks button down there if you just want to give me some money. But I'm done being a tool. Once again, thank you all so much for watching, and a big thank you to Xvive for sponsoring this video once again. I will see you guys next time. Toodles!